What's happening, guys? We are on to our number 6 spirit attack nuker, and that is Anax. So Anax is a fantastic champion that I used a hell of a lot back in the day when I had first built my clanboss teams. He was in the rotation a hell of a lot. I must actually read this. I must read a lot of them, but Anax is a great champion. His big hitter is his A1, and let's hit the equip button and see what that looks like. Excellent. So Anax is coming in at +3 with a 3-star blessing. So he's let down a bit by his blessing. He has Phantom Touch on there. If we can change it to Crushing Rend, does that make sense? Yeah, look, a little bit. It's not a lot, but a little bit, and we said we would change it if it could help us out. So this is the build. We're back. If you've seen the last one, it deviated from this build because we didn't have, for some reason, Sacred Order didn't have the accessories to do it. But we have 6-piece Merciless, 2 Cruelty, and then a Slayer piece for more crit rate. As always, we have it put in as 200 speed, and then whatever the optimizer gives us is what the optimizer gives us. So these are the stats. 7,831 attack, 200 speed. I thought it was showing us more than 2. No. Actually, that caught me out every time. For whatever reason, when I was building Anax, I always got a speed wrong. Because even though that said 90, I always had it as 100 in my head. So 200 speed, 103 crit rate, 288 crit damage, and accuracy and resistance don't really matter too much for the damage test. Now, let's see. If we had even one more bit in the blessing, he'd get extra crit damage, which would be huge for him, but we don't have it, unfortunately, so that's just the way it is. So without talking about it too much more, let's get into the testing, guys. So you know the flow at this stage. We always start off with Dragon. We go to Dragon 20. We remove our man Phoenix. If you haven't seen the last testing, go check it out. Phoenix was superb. He was throwing up some numbers, guys. So go check that out. Can Anax put a dent in those? So we have his A1 and his A3 are the big numbers, are the big hitters for him. So let's check it out and see what we can do here. If the game wants to load. If it would kindly do that. Oh god, it's at warning speed. Let's change that anyway. Now, he does have some funky passives, but I don't think they come into play really at all. One enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing decreased defense. That's not going to matter to us. This attacks one enemy, has a 75% chance of placing a weaken. That's not going to do anything for us, and this is poison and decreased accuracy. Nothing spectacular there either. There's nothing that's not going to help us. Places a 60% increased defense when HP drops. None of this is going to do anything for us, so we'll just test the A1 and A2, and we're looking for strong hits here, obviously, because it is a weak affinity. 159, 178. I think we have a new leader. We have a new leader for Dragon 20. And there's no point testing more. That is his strongest skill on paper, and it's just shown that it's his strongest skill in practice as well, and that makes him the new leader. So let's go straight on to Dragon 10. Hard 10, rather. And we'll lead with the A1 again. Let's slow it down. 187, 121. Okay, so just shy. No, just over the 300k mark, which isn't bad. But let's test the A3 as well, see how he goes. I think there's only 2 of the champions that have managed to kill Laberga in this test. 245. So the A1 was his best so far. Let's give it another whirl. Give him fair shakes. Because there may be a Helm Smasher proc in there as well, guys. And we want to make sure we are getting those numbers in correctly. 134, 159. So the first one was the strongest one. So we can leave here in peace, knowing we've done our bit for science. Now, over to the Shogun's Grove. And hopefully we'll have no weak hits this time. We have our speed boosters, we have our debuffer, and we will be going, we'll go with our A1 I think here. And then we'll come back and we'll try our A2. We got a weak hit, but we got 132,000 on the second hit. So it's not 156k overall, but 1 weak hit. So that's not the worst. It's not the worst sign. Let's see now, can he do better? 156, 152. So I think we're good with that, guys. I think we'll take that there. 309,269. I think we take that. And the reason I think we take that is it's not going to beat the other ones that have higher blessing levels. So I think that's a fair representation of what he's going to do there. Now, we do want to go to our next and final challenge, which is the clan boss on Ultra Nightmare. We'll take out Phoenix, trying to click over the annoying notification as always. I think I might put speed boots on her just so as I can stop seeing that. Anax. Now, for this, we maybe do want to change some stuff. So, we want as much damage as possible. So I think we leave everything in place. Yeah, because he's the only one that brings weaken. So I think we leave everything in place for him. And we see how that goes. The rest of the team never changes, guys. And we have quick battle off. We start an auto. 10 turns of the boss. We'll see what damage the team gets. So we go with our total damage number here. And we'll see how that goes. We have our leader in so far. With some big numbers, I have to say. So be looking forward to seeing what my old clan boss champion Anax can do here. Those poisons are going to help him out, definitely. So anything they have in their kit that they would normally use, they can use in the clan boss fight. Okay, doing about 300,000 there, was it? In that attack. So not as much as what I think Phoenix was doing. Definitely doing less than Phoenix, right? But he is starting to stack up the poisons. So that could be a deciding factor. Look at that. We've 4 poisons on for 2 rounds now. And that could be enough to tip the scales in his favour. We're up to round 7 with 5 million. We're doing very well. He's a bit like he's doing good damage as well per hit. Yeah. 340,000 there. Oh, there's over 400,000 now. Approaching the 500,000 attack, but it's probably too little too late. But I mean, he's maybe second highest, and it's not over yet. So when it hits boss turn count 10, Anax's next attack is when we call it. 8819,759. That's pretty good. That is pretty good, and that puts him in second place for clan boss, guys. So that is a really nice record. I'll check the other numbers now, and we'll be back in a moment. So that's been Phoenix. No, it hasn't been Phoenix. What am I talking about? That's been Anax. I was deeply worried that he had done that well with 2 pieces missing. But we have Anax, and we went over his stats and all that already, guys. These are his final scores here. So from the looks of this, he's been our best for Dragon 20, and that's because that double hitter skill is an individual hit wasn't enough to kill the enemy. So that's been really good for him there. Dragon hard 10. Then he's coming in third. Shogun, he's coming in third also. Clan boss, he's coming in second. So we made up a lot of ground there. And our total then, 9.77 million damage from Anax. So really helped out with his kit there with the A2, with the poisons and all that. And he has the weaken on his A3, I believe, as well. So that helped him out, the clan boss. And that has been our number 6 spirit attack nuker. And that's Anax. Number 5 is coming up next, which will be very interesting, I think. A champion I haven't ever really used. And that's going to be Yannicka. So I'll see you in the next one, guys, for a test with Yannicka. And we'll see how that goes. Take care, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.